Hello everyone. Today I'm going to discuss with you the topic Trendelenburg sign. Questions from this topic are quite short, but the concept is really difficult to understand. So to understand Trendelenburg sign, first you visualize a person standing. He's only standing. Okay, he's not walking or doing nothing else. He's just standing. Then while standing, this is okay. Let's take the example of this diagram. Although this diagram here the person is not standing, is walking, but let us assume. Okay, so while standing, this is a long axis passing through his body, and this is the horizontal plane that is passing through the hip portion. There is a pelvic region. Horizontal plane, long axis. Okay, so normally these are perpendicular. You can see this is perpendicular. So normally when a person is walking, even then this is perpendicular. This is the case when a person is standing and a person with negative Trendelenburg sign is walking. Okay, this will be perpendicular. Now what makes it perpendicular? These are the gluteus muscles. The gluteus medius and the gluteus minimus. These two muscles, it raises the pelvic side of the unsupported limb. Okay, like whenever I've said that this person is walking. So while walking, this limb, it touches the floor. Okay, this is supported, and this limb is uplifted. So this is unsupported. This pelvic side is unsupported. This pelvic side is supported, but this is unsupported. Okay, so the pelvic side of the unsupported limb, okay, unsupported side, is raised by the gluteus medius and the gluteus minimus muscle of the supported side, and this keeps these two lines perpendicular. This plane and this long axis, it is kept perpendicular by the action of these muscles I've talked. What are the muscles? Gluteus medius and the gluteus minimus. This is normal. This is what is present in a normal person. That is Trendelenburg's negative. Okay, this is Trendelenburg's negative. But what is now Trendelenburg's positive? If the abductor mechanism is defective, like if these two muscles I have talked, gluteus medius, gluteus minimus, if these two muscles are defective in any way, then the unsupported side, this side of the pelvis, it drops. Okay, it drops. Like these muscles are not able to raise this side since these are paralyzed. So it drops, and this is what Trendelenburg sign is. And as you can see, this is no more perpendicular. The long axis and the plane is now, it is like this. It's no more horizontal. Okay, so it's not perpendicular anymore. This is what Trendelenburg sign is. Next we come to the causes. What are the different causes which makes Trendelenburg sign positive? Causes. So first cause, which I have been repeating so many times, that paralysis of the gluteus medius and the gluteus minimus muscles. Okay, other causes are congenital and pathological dislocation of the hip, fracture of the neck of the femur, poliomyelitis. Okay, they don't give you these causes in your examination. You just have to remember gluteus medius, paralysis of the gluteus medius and the gluteus minimus muscle. But if a short note comes, which is very uncommon, then you can add these points. But most important point is this one. So this is all about Trendelenburg's sign. Next, I will discuss with you that what type of questions they give. As I have said earlier, that they'll give you direct question, like 2 or 3 marks question. Then whatever I have said, that much if you can write, that is more than enough. And if short note comes, you just add these points. you give the diagram, and that's enough, which is very uncommon that they don't give you short note. But if they give you, they give you, then you can do it pretty well. Next is the explain why question. Explain why question. What type of question will be there? Like injury to the superior gluteal nerve. Injury to the superior gluteal nerve, it causes positive Trendelenburg sign. Why? Okay, this is quite simple. This nerve, superior gluteal nerve, it supplies which muscles? It supplies the gluteus medius and the gluteus minimus muscle. Okay, so since this nerve is injured, superior gluteal nerve is injured, so supply to these muscles will be hampered. Okay, and since these muscles are now paralyzed, they'll not be able to raise the pelvic side of the pelvic portion of the unsupported side, and that will just show the positive Trendelenburg sign. So this is the answer of the explain why. And one thing I'll tell you that please give the diagram. The question comes if the marks if it's 2 mark question and you have written this much. Okay, you've written this much, but still you try to draw the diagram, and if you have time, if you have enough time, you draw this diagram. You need not to be so much artistic. Okay, you just need to make the examiner know that yes, this is the diagram of the 2 limbs. One of the limb is uplifted and the other one is touching the floor. You need not to be so much artistic. And if you don't have time, okay, then you draw a schematic diagram which is given in BDC. I don't remember the page number, but a very simple diagram is given there. They have just like shown the horizontal plane, long axis, and the 2 limbs like this. The person is standing and Trendelenburg's negative. One of the limb is now here uplifted. Okay, this limb is uplifted. Still it is symmetrical. It is perpendicular. Next, here it is positive. Here this will be the uplifted one. Okay, this is the uplifted limb, and this is which is touching the floor, and this is no more horizontal. Like the schematic diagram which is given in the BDC, you see it from there. It is very simple. It will not take you more than 15 seconds to draw in your examination. So if you don't have time, you try to draw this one. If you have time, then obviously you go for this diagram. You can take a screenshot if you want. Okay, I hope this was helpful, and thanks for watching. If you have any question, you can ask me in the comment section. Thank you.